will say A, frog, final answer.
Yes! Got it for $2,000. Frog, the right answer. Thank you, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Sunday Night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. If you saw us on our new night Friday, then you know that we've added a bonus for the next $1 million winner. That's right, ABC is adding $10,000 for every show we've had since David Goodman became a millionaire back in July. As of tonight, it's been 73 shows, no millionaire. So now the bonus is up to $730,000, which means, Randy Tomasi, if you answer question 15 correctly, you'll go home with $1,730,000. Randy, if you didn't see him the other night, is from Bartlett, Illinois. That's a Chicago suburb, married 25 years. To Terry, and you know, Terry, we didn't have a chance to meet. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Look how young you look. You've been married 25 years, really?
We started early.
Must have been a child bride, huh?
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
And you have a daughter, right?
Yes, Zoe.
Yeah.
6
Zoe,
years old.
6 years old. I'll bet she's at home cheering you on, right?
Yes, as excited as she was for me to be a contestant, I think she was even more excited by the fact that she got to spend a few nights at her friend Shelby's house. So everybody has their own perspective.
Well, that's good. You were a graduate student,
Yes.
just got your degree?
I finished my classwork last semester, and when the semester break ends later this month, I will start working on my thesis.
So what have you done in between your graduate degree and your undergraduate degree?
Well, for 20-some years, I was in the actuarial consulting business. And a couple of years ago, just felt what has to be described as a leading to start pursuing something that will lead to a second career in ministry or religious academia, somewhere along those lines.
So the degree then is in theology?
Yes.
Good, great. Well, all right, let's say a prayer and get started here, okay? If you want to play along with Randy, you go to abc.com right now and click on to our enhanced TV game. Randy, you've won $2,000, won it the other night. You're 9 questions away from the $1 million level. Once you reach the $32,000 level, you're guaranteed to leave here with at least that much money, and you have 2 lifelines left. You can ask the audience, and you can phone a friend. And again, you can, if you go all the way, Randy Tomasi, you'll win $1,730,000. You know, it's funny, since we upped the ante here, we haven't had the big winners. We had 4 $1,000 winners the other night. You recall that you were part of that show. Are you ready to go here? Ready, audience? Okay, let's go. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire right now. All right, Randy, let's do it. $4,000 coming up. In the 2000 movie Meet the Parents, what kind of test does the father give to his daughter's boyfriend? An IQ, genetic, lie detector, driving.
Robert De Niro straps on C, lie detector. Final answer.
That's what he does, and he gives Ben Stiller the lie detector test. All right, we're getting up there now. Here it is for $8,000. Italian dishes served al pomodoro are made with what kind of sauce? Mushroom, tomato, clam, meat.
I believe that's a type of tomato sauce. So I will say B, tomato. That's my final answer.
Yes, it is. Tomato. 8,000. Pomodoro. All right, he's 7 away from the big prize, and here it is for 16,000. What Texas city was nearly destroyed by a massive hurricane on September 8th, 1900? Corpus Christi, Brownsville, Houston, Galveston.
This is a great opportunity for me to use the phone a friend lifetime.
All right, good. Got somebody in mind?
Yes, I would like to call Steve.
What does Steve do?
He's a former colleague of mine. He's an actuarial consultant.
All right, good. We'll get Steve on the line, AT&T, and see if he can help us.
Hello?
Hello, Steve.
Yes.
Regis Philbin calling from New York. How are you?
Good, Regis. How about yourself?
Great. I've got Randy here, and we need a little help.
Okay.
He's already won 8,000, going for 16.
16,000.
That's right, 16,000. He's got a question and 4 possible answers that he's going to read to you. One of them's the right answer.
Okay.
All right, Randy, it's all yours. 30 seconds right now.
Steve,
Yeah.
what Texas city
But Texas City
was nearly destroyed by a massive hurricane on September 8th, 1900?
was nearly destroyed by a Texas hurricane in 1900.
Hurricane 1900, Texas City.
Okay, what cities? Go ahead.
Corpus Christi,
Corpus Christi,
Brownsville,
Brownsville,
Houston,
Houston,
or Galveston.
Galveston.
8 seconds.
The only thing that comes to mind is Galveston, but that's a guess, Randy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Well, if I miss this, I go down to 1,000.
He said it was a guess. It was his guess. Your guess is as good as his guess. If you
See,
didn't,
if I knew my geography of Texas better, I'd know which of these
it was on the coast.
cities is on the coast. But I do have the audience left as a lifeline.
Yes,
do I
you
not?
do.
So let's please ask the audience to help me with this.
All right, audience, here it comes. What Texas city was nearly destroyed by a massive hurricane on September 8th, 1900? If you're ready, on your keypads, using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Well, sometimes the audience follows whatever you say or your phone a friend says, but 60% did vote for Galveston, and Corpus Christi came in second. Now you could leave with 8,000, Randy, you know. Or you can make your own guess or follow the advice of your lifelines.
Well, Steve wasn't very sure. That was the audience's clear favorite, but like you said, it could have been influenced by my call to Steve.
Well, you know, it's a hurricane that happened 100 years ago.
But I'm not ready to walk at this point.
All right.
So I'll go with D, Galveston.
Gonna go with the audience, gonna go with the phone a friend.
Got to.
Gonna say to you, final answer, Randy?
Final answer.
Say hallelujah, Randy, you just won $16,000. When we come back. With Sid.
From Game Show Network.
Randy Tomassi from Bartlett, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. He's one of those people who went back to school after 22 years of working in the actuary fields.
Yes.
And got a master's degree in theology. Good for you. What was it like to go back to school after all those years?
I was concerned about whether I would like it or not, and it's just been great. It's just been a totally positive experience.
That's great. You're out of lifelines.
Yes, sir.
But we're going for 32,000. We're 6 away from that $1 million level. Ready to go?
do
Let's
it.
play. Let's do it right now. Come on, Randy, all the way. Here it is, the 32,000. In the year 2000, Sandra Baldwin became the first female president of what organization? The U.S. Postal Service, U.S. Olympic Committee, General Electric, NAACP.
Only one of these that jumps out at me at all is B, U.S. Olympic Committee. Now, normally I wouldn't be willing to risk 15,000. If I get this right, that's a threshold.
Sure, if you get this right, you go to 32,000 and you can't leave with less than that.
I have to go for it. I'm going to say B, U.S. Olympic Committee.
That jumps out at you. Final answer.
B, final answer.
Yes, sir, you got it. $32,000. First impressions, so important. Okay, you made that level. We're happy for you. You're tired of just giving away 1,000. Now you're 5 away from that $1 million level. Here it is for $64,000. Which of the following actors has not had a recurring role on a daytime soap opera? Meg Ryan, Marissa Tomei, Tommy Lee Jones, Sandra Bullock.
This is going to be not even an educated guess, but I have nothing to lose, literally. So let me
Just
think
think
for a
about
minute.
it. Sure.
I'll say D, Sandra Bullock.
Strictly a guess.
Pretty,
Jumping out.
no, nothing's jumping. It's a
Nothing's
guess. It's a guess.
A guess. Final.
Final.
You did it again for $64,000. Wow. Well, we're looking at the question for $125,000. We're now 4 away from $1,730,000. Here it is, $125,000. What book ranked number 1 on the board of the Modern Library's 100 best novels of the 20th century? Ulysses, The Sound and the Fury, The Great Gatsby, The Grapes of Wrath.
All great books, but I tell you, to survive all those fastest fingers a couple of nights ago, I know that there's people just anxiously waiting to have a chance with this seat, and I'm not going to waste any time trying to pretend like I could come up with this. $64,000 is a lot of money, and this has just so far exceeded my expectation. I'll just go home here and have
Well,
this
that's
guy
good. We're
with
glad you're happy, and we appreciate your thoughts. And you want to just take a guess out of the clear blue?
My personal choice would be D again. I'm on a streak
Grapes of
with
Wrath.
D.
No, it was Ulysses. But here's a check, Randy, for $64,000. Finally, he did it. He broke our losing streak. When he was out of lifelines at 16,000, I thought, well, maybe that was the end for him. But Randy persevered and goes home with $64,000, and good for him. But now let's meet 10 people who want to go right to the top, and they are Bob Daly, Winchester, Massachusetts; Dennis Tomlinson, Columbus, Ohio; Earl Proctor, Redding, California; Dave Smith, Prairie City, Iowa; Bill Sahadi, Basking Ridge, New Jersey; Steve Homer, Louisville, Kentucky; Pete Bell, Alexandria, Virginia; Paul Tomlinson, Springfield, Missouri; Bob Casella, Falls Church, Virginia; and Linda Scarborough, Dewey, Arizona. All right, everybody, congratulations on getting this far. Now let's see who's going to take the next step with tonight's first fastest finger question. Put these states in order according to the number of other states they border, starting with the fewest. Texas, Hawaii, Florida, Idaho. Okay, everybody, time's up. Let's see that answer in the correct order, starting with the fewest states. Of course, Hawaii, then Florida, Texas, finally Idaho. That's the right order. Let's see who got it right in the fastest time. The winner, Keith Bell. Keith, congratulations. What do you do? He's going for it when we come back. We're right back in a moment.
Points.
Bell from Alexandria, Virginia. Grew up in Iowa, small town, practically on a farm, right?
On a farm in Iowa.
Did all those things the farmers do?
Oh, yes.
Milk the cows?
Yes, milk the cows.
Raise the crops?
Yes.
And
Slop the pigs.
then served in Vietnam?
Served in Vietnam.
U.S. Army. As a matter of fact, is that a Purple Heart?
That is a Purple Heart, yes. The one Army medal you get not for being brave, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And what happened to you?
Oh, just a little shrapnel wound. I was on top of an armored personnel carrier, and a grenade hit the track, and shrapnel and what have you.
Wow. Then you blown right off the carrier?
Not fun.
Yeah. You're here, though. That's the important
that's
thing.
the important part. There are a lot of people who didn't make it. Let's not forget that.
And you work in Washington, D.C.
I work in Washington for the government.
What do you do?
I am a personnel researcher. I work in a civil service oversight agency, and at this point we go into MIGO, as they say. My eyes glaze over. It's that kind of policy stuff.
Yeah. Well, and you're accompanied by your pal of 20 years, Larry. Nice to have you here. What do you do, Larry?
I'm an architect and an attorney.
All right, so let's get busy now,
Okay.
Keith. We got to win a lot of money here. Listen, we're up to $1,730,000. It's all yours if you go all the way. You know about the rules. You know about the lifeline. So let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Keith Bell. $100. The passenger who gives unwanted advice on how to maneuver a car is commonly called what? A cattle rustler, a backseat driver, a chauffeur, Miss Daisy.
That would be B, backseat driver.
Got it for $100. $200. Which of the following is a runway that models walk down during a fashion show? A duck path, bird cage, a catwalk, a dog run.
Depends on the kind of models, I guess. One of the models, but I'll say C, catwalk, final.
Good, catwalk, right. 200. $300. What is the geological term for the shifting masses of rock that make up the Earth's surface? Cups, plates, saucers, placemats.
Placemats looks interesting, but I think I'll go with plates, B, final answer.
Good, $300, all yours. He's up to 500. Which of these age groups would most likely be dressed in swaddling clothes? Infant, teenager, adult, Generation X.
That would be A, infant.
Final
answer.
Yes, the infants, swaddling clothes. Keith going for 1,000. The lyrics of a 1983 song by Billy Idol say it's a nice day for what kind of wedding? A double, white, punk, desert.
You know, I'm really bad at these sorts of things, so I think I'm going to ask the audience.
Why don't we do that? Audience, we need a little help for Keith. If you're ready, on your keypads, using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Well, there you go. Nearly 80% say white wedding.
Well, I think that the audience probably knows what it's talking about. Wait a minute. Okay, they look intelligent. I will say that for them, and I will go with them and say B, white wedding.
Audience is right. Okay, we move on. 10 away from the big prize for $2,000. Take a look. How many fingers does an American Boy Scout hold up when he gives the official salute? 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I guess we eliminate 1, so I'll say A, 2. That will be my final answer.
I'm sorry, it's 3. You look like you're stunned.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 3. I'm sorry, old buddy. You win 1,000 anyway. Nice to see you. Hate to see that. Well, what we didn't have time to mention is that Keith is a 5-time Jeopardy champion. Believe me, this show is so much harder than it looks. The pressure can really get to you, and that's what happened to Keith. All right, so with that in mind, here's the next fastest finger question. Here it comes. Put these authors in order of their birth, starting with the earliest. Tom Stoppard, John Keats, H.G. Wells, Geoffrey Chaucer. All right, the time's up. Let's see that answer in the correct order. Starting with the earliest, Geoffrey Chaucer, and then John Keats, and then H.G. Wells, and finally Tom Stoppard. Now let's see who got this one right in the fastest time. The winner, Steve Homer. All right, Steve, congratulations. Good for you. Steve Homer gonna go for all that money when we come back.
$39.95.
Order it. It's good for you.
So it's Steve Homer, currently living in Louisville, Kentucky, but he's formerly from New York City. As a matter of fact, from my old neck of the woods up in the Bronx.
Right.
Yeah, pretty close to my neighborhood.
Not far. I actually a lot of times when I went shopping, I would pass Regis Holden Avenue.
Did you notice that up there?
Very big sign.
Ah,
Got
big
stolen
sign.
a lot, I think.
Lights up at night. No, I'm kidding. All right, so Steve, what do you do in Louisville?
I'm a real estate appraiser.
So, you're just really a newlywed, right?
13 months.
13 months. And there's your wife back there. Sarah, how are you?
Fine,
Nice to
thank
see
you.
you. And you also have your sister here, Mindy. Mindy, you live down in Louisville too?
Nope, I still live in your old neighborhood
Good. Do you see my sign?
all the time.
Lights up at night.
It sure does.
Well, all right, big guy, you're here. Let's do it for the Bronx, okay?
Right.
All right. You know about the rules, you know about the lifelines, and you know how much money you're playing for. So let's do it. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Steve Homer. $100. A person is most likely to do which of the following at a Home Depot store? Book airline tickets, take dance lessons, buy lumber, or cry?
I'll say C, buy lumber.
Yes, right, buy lumber at the Home Depot. 200, Steve. In North America, adult swans are normally what color? Tan, white, yellow, hot pink.
Not a bird expert,
Swan.
but I'll still say B, white.
White swans, you got it for 200. Here it is for 300. A person in which of the following occupations would be most likely to use an anvil? An auto mechanic, blacksmith, tailor, roadrunner.
I will say B, blacksmith.
Yes, blacksmith uses the anvil. You got 300. He's up to $500. What food literally explodes when you cook it? Pasta, pudding, popcorn, souffle.
One of my favorites, popcorn.
Yes, Steve, $500. Got it. For 1,000. Which of the following is the correct spelling of the cable network that shows classic reruns? Nick at Night, Nick N-I-K at Night, Nick at Night, Nick at Night. You see
A,
the spellings there. Which one?
A, Nick at Night, with that spelling.
That's it for $1,000. Can't fool you, man. Here it is for $2,000. What is the name of the type of energy generated by utilizing the heat from the Earth's core? Geographic, geologic, geodesic, geothermal.
That's D, geothermal.
Final?
Yes.
Yes, geothermal from the Earth's core. Okay, Steve, $4,000. In the 2000 movie Pay It Forward, what job does Kevin Spacey's character hold? Doctor, teacher, scientist, reporter.
Didn't see the movie. I think we've got movie experts here, so I am going to ask the audience.
How do we do that? Audience, Steve needs your help with this one. On your keypads, using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. Well, 64% call it teacher.
I'll risk with that. I'll agree and say teacher. Final answer.
Audience right again for $4,000. Yeah, he taught social studies. Okay, we're up to 8,000. 2 lifelines left. Here it comes. What does a snood cover? A wrist, an ankle, hair, eye.
Let's use 50-50.
Why don't we narrow it down by 2, computer, please?
I don't even know if the phone in front of me here. I am going to say
Let's talk about this.
sure.
Did you ever think a snood would cover your hair?
Seems less likely. I was thinking it might be what a pirate wears, since it's got that snood. It's kind of a
Have you
pirate.
ever heard what a pirate wears over his eye? Snood?
I've heard eye patch. I don't know.
Is that a snood?
That's the $4,000 question.
All right, well, you got it down to 2. I don't think a phone a friend's going to help here, so
Iffy.
sure. Well,
So
considering all that we did,
I certainly never heard of hair covering that way either. So I'm gonna go say D. I.
final answer?
Yes.
No, it covers the hair. Patch covers the eye. Well, it's $1,000, Steve. It was nice meeting you. Take care of yourself. Good luck. And I'll do it. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's 6 of the last 7 contestants going home with just $1,000. But we refuse to give up hope. We know that somebody is going to go home with the big prize, be it $1,730,000, $40,000, $50,000, whatever it ends up being. All right, now it's time to start all over again with the next fastest finger question. Put these TV series in the order they first debuted, starting with the most recent. Touched by an Angel, Hill Street Blues, Gideon's Crossing, China Beach. Okay, we're already here. Let's see that answer in the correct order, starting with the most recent show, Gideon's Crossing. Before that, Touched by an Angel, China Beach, and Hill Street Blues back in the 80s. Let's see who got it right in the fastest time. The winner is... Hey, Bobby, how you doing? When we come back, he's going to go for $1 million. He may win it. Hi. Bob Casella from Falls Church, Virginia. Bob, we need some help here.
I'll do my best.
All of a sudden, we've gone into a slump. Everybody's leaving with $1,000. We don't like that. We want to give away the big money. Anyway, you're here from Falls Church, Virginia. And what do you do?
I'm an engineer. I work for the Department of the Navy.
Doing what?
Ship design type work. I've done a lot of things. I've been with them for 15 years, so I've worked in submarines, aircraft carriers, most recently.
Boy, your Navy ships seem to be getting bigger and better than ever.
Bigger and hopefully better.
Sure.
And cheaper, hopefully.
Yeah, good for you. Let's see, you're married to Lois. Hi, Lois. How you doing?
Hi, Reed. It's
How
great.
long have you been married, Lois?
7.5 years.
Really? Let's go, big guy. We need a big winner here. For $100, let's do it. You know about the rules. You know about the lifelines. You know how much you're playing for. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Bob Casella. Here it is. If you have a craving for sugar, it is said you have a sweet what? Pad, tooth, way of thinking, bag of gummy bears.
The answer is B for Bob. Too.
Good. $100. Truth it is. Now we're going to stay entirely focused. We're going to be right there, quietly, quickly, and efficiently. $200, Bob. Which of these places would a teller most likely work? In a bank, emergency room, farm, Confessional. Tell him.
How I would work in a bank. A.
Got it, Bob, for $200. 13 away from the $1 million level, Bob. $300. Take a look. According to a birthday tradition, what do you give someone to grow an inch? A prod? A pinch? Vitamins? Gravity boots?
Give someone B for Bob, a pinch.
Are you going to say that all through this show?
Only if it's the right
Because already
answer.
it's getting on my nerves.
Then I will definitely keep it egregious.
Final?
Final answer.
Yes, Bob, for $300. 500. Which of these herbs is sold in heads that break up into cloves? Basil, chives, garlic, parsley.
As an Italian, I know this is garlic.
And as an Italian, you're right. For $500. Very good so far, Bob. Here it is for $1,000. What war was the setting for the film and TV series MASH? World War I, World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam War.
The answer is C, Korean War.
Right for $1,000. The Korean War, MASH. All right, see, we're totally involved. We're all there. For $2,000, Bob, check it out. What line on the Earth's surface lies at 0 degrees latitude? The equator, Tropic of Cancer, Prime Meridian, Tropic of Capricorn.
Changes in attitudes, changes in latitudes. That would be the equator, A.
Changes in what? No, I'm kidding. Equator, A, final answer.
Final answer.
Yes, Bob, you just won $2,000. I'm afraid to say you're on a roll, but you're on a roll here. Here it comes, 4,000. Which of the following countries was once used by the English as a penal colony? Canada, Liberia, Barbados, Australia. Penal colony.
Well, I think I know the answer, but I'll...
Something jump out at you?
Yes, but I will ask the audience.
Okay, good enough. Audience, we need some help for Bob. On your keypads, using A, B, C, or D, vote now. 65% call it Australia.
That's what I was thinking. I appreciate the backup. I'm going to go with D, Australia. Final answer.
Yes, you and the audience were right for $4,000. Hey, don't get back. He's going to go for 8,000. 8 away from 1,730,000. How much? Virginia, works as an engineer for the Department of the Navy. Have any hobbies or anything else you'd like to do?
I recently got involved in doing a little acting in community theater.
Acting in community theater, good for you.
Very little.
And what have you done?
Most recently, I played Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Uh-huh. And how do you like his acting, Lois, while we're talking about that?
He's very dramatic.
I think she likes it, Bob. I think she likes it. Listen, I'll tell you what's dramatic. You're on your way to $8,000 and just 8 away from winning the big bucks here. You've got 2 lifelines left. Let's get back to it. Let's play with Bob Casella. $8,000. What is another name for a chanticleer? Pigeon, squirrel, rooster, chipmunk.
Nothing's jumping out at me, Regis.
Well, let's see. We call somebody. narrow it down by 2.
Well, let's go ahead and do the 50-50.
All right, let's narrow it down. See what the computer leaves us.
Well, those were the two that I was thinking of, and the one that most jumped out at me was Rooster. Gonna have to say Rooster.
And make it your...
My final answer.
Yes, it's a rooster! Whoa! Chancy clear. Okay, he's still in the game. Still has one lifeline. Now we're going for 16,000. Which of these TV court show stars never served as a real-life judge? Joseph Wapner, Jerry Scheindler, Ed Koch, Joe Brown.
Pretty sure Wapner was a judge.
Okay.
Mr. Koch had a job as mayor of this city,
Yes, he did.
but he could have been a judge before that. Honestly, I've never heard of Jerry Scheindler. I've seen Joe Brown.
Never served as a real-life judge.
Well, it might be the death of me, Regis. But it might help annoy you. Thinking of B for Bob.
Well, you said you didn't know. You never heard of him.
It's true.
And Joe Brown, you never heard of.
No, Joe Brown I've seen on
Seen.
TV.
And Ed Koch, you know, was once the mayor.
Well, I've had a really good time in New York.
Sounds like
even
you're
if I
going
go
away.
home- Even if I go home with just $1,000, I've had a wonderful time. Something keeps pulling me back to B. B for Bob. And if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Drawn for Bob.
It could be.
Okay, so
Let's make B my final answer.
no, it was Ed Koch, the former mayor of New York City. Well, Bob, too bad. Another $1,000. But good luck to you. Nice to have you back in New York. I don't know what to say. Judge Jerry is married to Judge Judy, and Ed Koch was never a judge to begin with. He was a mayor, like he said. Okay, we're not giving up. We're not giving up. We're almost out of time. So here's our next fastest finger question. Put these countries in order of their current populations, starting with the largest. Italy, Cuba, Iceland, Japan. All right, time's up. Let's see that answer in the correct order, starting with the largest population, Japan, then Italy, then Cuba, and finally Iceland. Now, who got it right? In the fastest time. Let's see. Errol Proctor. Errol Proctor from Redding, California, jumped out of that seat and has jumped into this seat. He's ready to go, right?
Right.
You're going to be the guy to break our
You got it.
streak. All right, Errol, we only have a few seconds, but you know the rules. You know about your lifelines, and you know how much we're playing for here. So let's do it. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire one more time. Okay, Errol, as many as we can get in here for 100. Something that happens quickly is said to be done in a what? Taffy, Jiffy, Puffy, Puffy.
B. Jiffy.
Got it for 100. That was in B for Bob, wasn't it? Anyway, for $200, here it is. A tuba is played by doing which of the following? Strumming, striking, blowing, foregoing coolness.
We'll try C for blowing.
Blowing is what you do with a tuba. You got that? Errol, you're on your way with $200. Oh my gosh, well I knew it was coming, but here it is. And that sound means that we're out of time for tonight. But Errol will be back here Wednesday night, and joining him will be 10 potential millionaires, and they are Michelle Izina, Dave Tesh, Beryl Pagan, Ross Wilson, Beth Kellum, Jeff Horton, Bob Bolin, Rhonda Niesky, Brian Ballou, and Chris Nicholas.